Hello everybody, welcome to the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Today's background soundtrack has been brought to you by the Bloodborne OST. Decided to go with this soundtrack because I recently beat two bosses in it the other night. The Witches of Hemwick and Vicar Amelia. What was kind of strange is when I beat the Witches, I actually lost the first time, which is embarrassing because they're considered extremely easy, but they had a move that I hadn't seen before. And then I one-shot Vicar, which is crazy because she's considered tougher than the Witches. But, so let's jump right into today's episode. So, no PvP. Thank you, fucking Playdom. My god. So happy that we do not have PvP today. We've got a Spec Ops to give us content. That's, you know, there's very interesting stuff to farm for here. We have Chapter 10 that still has phenomenal drops, which, unfortunately, I have been unlucky in getting nothing. I do not have this. I do not have that. I do not have a hat and a cat with a bug in a rug. Yeah. I don't have any of this stuff yet, unfortunately. I have ISOs, but I don't have any of the gear like the Ionic Devourer that everybody's farming for, the Singularity Matrix, which is a free action, so it even beats my Small Hadron Collider. Yeah. So for my tasks, I am up to 7 of 24 for the Fist, and 7 of 16 for the Plasma Launcher. We have today's daily for the Spec Ops. In terms of drops over here, do not have any of the weapons. My place is doing pretty good in Mission 1. This is a hard one to do very well on, but a lot of the team-ups are phenomenal in that one. Do not have the Deathlock Eye yet, and do not have everybody's new favorite, the Gore Blade, which at times people are saying is bug, but then they're saying it's not. So I don't really know how to feel on that one yet. Again, I do have some ISOs, but unfortunately I do not have any of the weapons. So I'm definitely going to be farming it. We've got a lot to farm, and the Ionic Devourer is, of course, quite welcome. So Electro and Crystal are training for me. I am trying to complete my blasters by the next season, which is what I was trying to do before the previous season, but it dropped within a week. So my tacticians, other than Cammi, are done. My blasters are getting there. Crystal is going to 15, which leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting Electro, that are not 15. Also going to be capping out my Generalist when I can, but we have that new little wrinkle of doing Hellcat and Cammi in there. Both are 10 for me, so they're definitely progressing nicely. Cammi was fixed this week. If you are unaware, Get Off My Lawn is now actually doing damage, which is, of course, phenomenal. Now, this one, you know, Playdom snuck this one by us. In terms of it not doing damage, you almost thought, well, maybe it's just designed to do debuffs, until you realized you saw the 0, and you know that it had Shield Slam. Shield Slam isn't exploit shield. It doesn't do more damage to a shielded target. It means when the initiator, the attacker, is shielded, you do extra damage. What's the point of doing extra damage of 0? So, yeah, we have that. We also have a gold sale today. And we have a new piece of gear. It is like the Hire a Hero, but it gets you magic users. Now, I have to go looking for the... Oh, there it is. It is called the Bough of Binding, as in when the bough breaks. Tree bough. So, here it is. Pretty nifty looking. Definitely not a reskin of anything that I can tell. Kind of resembles Loki's staff to a degree, but he's holding it up much, much higher, and it is definitely... in a lot of ways, more ornate looking. Oh yeah, never mind. It's not anything like Loki's staff. Let's see if we can actually test that out a little bit. The Shamrocks are a new drop item and a new gift that can be sent to people. So there is that. However, I caution people to continue sending, you know, ISOs to your friends and wait for the Shamrock stuff until after the Spec Ops is over. But, you know, do what you want. So let's take a look at the bough over here. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, alright. I'll have to do one match without her. So coming up on the channel, one thing that I'm going to be looking about doing is what's called Can They Be Good Again? It's going to be a series in which I try to bring back some heroes that have, you know, pretty much long been forgotten, and trying to see if it is possible to bring them back to being a relatively good hero. Some of the ones I have in mind are Black Widow, Phantom X, you know, people, maybe Black Cat, just people that nobody really uses anymore, and trying to see if potentially, with the new ISOs and everything, they could become useful. So you're not obviously going to see anything like Spitfire, or brand new heroes like Cammi and Hellcat and stuff like that, but I'm just going to go deep in the well and try to pull some older people out. So he's incorporeal, which means that I'm not going to be able to do anything here. So it is locked down like the Hero for Hire, but we have summoned Scarlet Witch. It's a free action. All enemies are hexed. Magik, free action. All enemies get Death Rust, Soulfire, Dark Void. Interesting. And this shouldn't get popped by the dev. It is a ranged action, but it's not like it's getting listed as debuff, whereas if you look here, it's debuff and Magik. So this might get by the dev. Doctor Strange, all allies get Terracing Boost. That's pretty cool. Summon Baron Mordo. One enemy gets Exploit Attrition, Exploit Strain, Bane, and Hobbled. So that one looks pretty friggin' powerful there. And then summon Dr. Voodoo, where one enemy gets Doom. That one is a debuff, so that one might get popped. That is probably one of the only ones that may get popped by the dev. So I'm going to put Smothering Shadow out on X-Ray. And I'm just going to pass my turns until my agent comes again, because we don't have much chance of doing anything anyway. Less of course, I had an Ethereal Strike. So, here we go. Everybody is available. And I'm going to try to go with the Mordo one. Seems like he dodged that one. Interesting. Was he flanked? Not too sure why my agent followed up on that one, unless Spitfires... No? It's very, very interesting. Not really too sure why that happened. And it definitely looks like you can't use multiple ones per turn over here. I guess that one wasn't Magik after all. I thought that one would actually work. Yeah, ranged Magik summon. I would have thought that would have hit him, but okay. So, Dr. Voodoo does Doom, Terracing Boost, which we have up. Let's try Magik. So we get her in her Phoenix 5 outfit, which is pretty cool. Definitely one of my favorites. This isn't going to actually affect him because it's energy. But it's still, of course, going to do the drain and the heal. And there was a little bit of a hesitation there. So I don't know if the drain bug has been fixed yet. By the drain bug, I mean with the signpost and the fall doing a drain, there is a little bit of hesitation with it. So, I mean, it's an interesting item, and, I mean, you certainly could pair it up very, very easily with the Heroes for Hire. The thing is, the Heroes for Hire went through a change several weeks after we got it. Some people considered it a nerf, other people countered and said, no, it's not as nerfy as you think, it's just different. I honestly don't know how to feel about that. I haven't really taken an in-depth comparison to try to figure that out, but it remains to be seen if this thing gets changed or not. And in all honesty, can we truly complain about gold sale bonus items? I mean, they're a bonus. If you're not interested in buying gold, don't buy gold. If you're interested in buying gold and you're waiting for the sale because you're getting more bang for your buck, you're getting like a buy one, get one free. It's like buying a medium fries and them giving you small fries with it for free. Can we truly complain about the small fries if it changes? I mean, it's technically free, but it all depends on what's your mentality. Are you buying the gold sale to get the item, or are you buying the gold sale to have gold, and the item is a bonus? So, let's try and get Scarlet Witch in here. It looks like we're getting her in the original outfit. So, I mean, I don't think we necessarily need to take a look at how Doom works. We definitely know what that's going to do. So I'll do one more combat, and we'll see how chunky the terracing boost is. We have the lamp equipped, so we definitely have a direct comparison to it. So unfortunately, Gwen is still tied up over here. Alright, we'll go with this one. This should be a nice long fight in which we can take a look at things. And I'd say let's get another... Let's get a bruiser that we can bring in. So I had been using Valkyrie for a little while with Electro, because Valkyrie has an electrical move also, so she worked out pretty well with Electro. That's why she's up at 14. Her and a Madonna Cone Bra over here. So if we take a look at what happens here, jetpack combo goes off, throws the mine, and get off my lawn actually does something now. Not a whole lot, but it does something. Of course, Flight of the Valkyrie can be made a quick action by using the on-call A ISO, which says that the summons attack becomes a quick action, and it's actually really handy for her. It's one of the few where the summons really works out that you want to make that one a quick action. So of course we do have to wait around, and I mean, I honestly don't think any of the heroes or the Magik hero summons are that strong that you can't use them in the first round. We're not getting abilities that are locked out when the character does it. I mean, Strange, Magik, Scarlet Witch, all of them can do those abilities in the first round, so I have yet to figure out why the restriction on it. It just seems a little much, but that's okay. Now, if we do Flight of the Valkyrie, she does off balance and exposed, and she exploits exposure on her gear. However, Dragon Fang sets up for the heal when the enemy dies, and you can see it's a pretty sizable heal. So it's going to be a little bit before my agent takes a turn, unless, of course, the dev gives me an extra shot here. But Cammi is getting a little bit better. I need to spend some time with a fully ISO'd Cammi to see how she is, but my opinion of her is changing a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I think I want to do the Black Widow as part of the can they be good again, because if you get her ISO, the live one, you can get reduced potential on her, which does work with Cammi. Alright, so let's get the terrorizing boost from Doctor Strange. About 2k, but if I was to do Alluring Light, well, terrorizing boost is actually on me. I'm gonna have to wait. I do know that the lamp gives you a sizable heal from its terrorizing boost. That is pretty definite. So aside from, you know, the Dr. Voodoo one, which is just Doom, there's all the summons for you. And do I think it's a super worthy item? Honestly, if you're stretched, if your budget is an issue this month, then maybe not. I think it's possibly skippable, but if you have no other way of doing the other items in there, like a terrorizing boost, or you're looking for a really solid free action to go for your defensive team that isn't going to be something stupid, you know, something that gets spammed, like potentially using the Deb and spamming the Deb when you have other good things that you want to use, like the Lunacy or the Scroll or the Cube or whatnot. It's not a bad item. I wouldn't necessarily break the bank for it, because I think you can do other things. Doom is no longer quite as subject to magic warding as we were dealing with there for a while. Now that magic warding has been changed, you may get some more usage out of a Doom, but it's only a single target. And there are definitely other Dooms out there. What Magik does, the lamp does. However, you may not get popped with Death if you're bringing Magik. Hexed is pretty cool. I kind of admit Hex from Scarlet Witch may come in pretty handy. So that might be a good enough reason to want to get the item there. But other than that, I wouldn't say this one is particularly earth-shattering. So if you're worried about breaking the bank, maybe you want to skip it. So I think that is about it for the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. We've touched upon the Spec Ops. Chapter 10, we fortunately do not have any PvP, so we're in good shape right now. We get to just, that fucking Drunken Master stuff is annoying as shit. We get to relax a little bit, which is fine. So, there have been some people reporting a semi-official word from Playdom in terms of what was going on with the Elite and Grit combination. Kingfisher's got a post up from a friend of his that got another email from Playdom support. Playdom claims the devs are working on it, but they have not ever specifically said, yes, this is an exploit. They may have gone so far as to say it was not particularly intended, but they've never actually said this is an exploit, this is a cheat, if you catch, you know, if you're caught using this, you're banned, or anything crazy like that. But, so yeah, that's what we've got going for that. We should probably, god damn these misses, we should probably have it fixed by the next PvP. Supposedly some people have been trying it in PvE, and they're saying that it's not fixed. I've heard, back and forth on that. I haven't tested it out myself, so I don't honestly know, but that drain bug, as you can see, is definitely still happening, so they don't have everything fixed yet. Oh, I don't think there's anything that I want to do on these guys yet. So there you go, folks. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll still be trying to put out some stuff on Twitch as I can. Today was a little busy, plus I'm producing this, so I will see you guys over the weekend, and definitely follow me on Twitch and Twitter to see when I'm actually streaming or producing videos. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.